What is up, guys? Train Lover 3268 back here with another episode of Railfanning. This is going to be an epic one, guys. We got two trains that we're focused on today. Number one is kind of an unexpected one. It's MASHN with 1989 again, if you remember that from last year. So this will be my second time catching 1989 and my second time catching a heritage unit on camera. And then we got a monster ZMNNP, or let me correct myself, a potential monster ZMNNP. But anyways, as you can see, got a green down there on track 1 for MASHN. So I'll see y'all when that one comes through. All right, here comes MASHN with Union Pacific in 1989. It's about to round the corner and hit Barron Avenue, which is the crossing farthest from us. The next closest one is Mackland, then Sublette, then west of me is Sulphur and Knox. right, here comes the end of the train. Alrighty, that was awesome. It's always cool to see a heritage unit. Alrighty. ZMNNP is about to depart Dupont, Illinois. So I'll be back with you with an update on that. Okay, it's a TRRA job. Alright, here comes the end. Alright, sorry about it earlier. I lied, that was not the end. But now, here comes the end for real. All right, and we're still waiting on ZMNNP. I'll be back with an update on where it is, and then eventually when it comes through. All right, update time. ZMNNP is on the way. And we got a yellow over yellow on track 2. So that's our track for ZMNNP. We'll see when that comes through. All right, here comes ZMNNP. We got a mid-train DPU coming up. This thing is moving. And here comes the end as well. All right, and now we have a yellow on track 1. It's probably gonna go dark, but if that stays, then I think we have another westbound coming. And I heard a K5 LA before ZMNNP came through, so I'm gonna check out BNSF and see what that is. So I'll see you on the next train. All right, guys. Well, now we have another westbound train coming. There's a westbound grain train bound for Jefferson City, coming across the bridge at downtown St. Louis. And that yellow on track 1 has now gone to red, which means we might have an eastbound. But we'll see, so. We'll see y'all when something happens.
This is train lever 3268, post-recording, now editing. Yeah, I ended up waiting like 2 hours for that grain train and I never saw it. So, spoiler alert, we didn't see the grain train. Alright, back to the video.
Alright, well, here's 316. $46.26. We got an eastbound BNSF coal train. Sorry about that camera shot, guys, while we were running over to check on this BNSF. I apologize in advance if the footage is a little bad. Right there. here comes our rear DPU. Rear DPUs, I should say. All right, and we're still waiting on our eastbound grain train. So I'll see when that comes through. All right, guys, the final train of this outing. This westbound grain train that we've been waiting on is finally on the way. It's crossed over, it is passed by the downtown St. Louis camera. And as you can see, we've got 2 yellows on both track 1 and 2. However, it looks like the grain train is going to be on track 2. Whichever one it's on, I'll see y'all when it comes through. Alright, guys. It's been about an hour since that last clip. Grain train still has not arrived, but we have an eastbound. So I think after this is going to be our grain train. Mid-DPU coming up. definitely slowing down, and I think the reason why is because of that grain train that we're waiting on. I'm thinking either they're gonna send the grain train out of there on track 1, or they're gonna get this train onto track 1 and send the grain train on track 2. There it is, here comes the end. So hopefully it shouldn't be too much longer. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Alright, here comes the end of MNPIN. And for our grain train, I'm gonna get on the other side. Alright, that was MNPIN. I'll be back with you when the grain train comes. I'm gonna get on the other side, because once that train goes by, I'm gonna go straight home. Alright guys, well, that is gonna do it for this rail fanning episode. We're gonna ditch the westbound grain train. It's been too long. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you are brand new, and make sure to ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. And if you feel like doing so, please leave a comment down below. Tell me where you want me to rail fan next. But until then, from here at Sublette Avenue in St. Louis, Missouri, this is Train Lover 3268 saying stay safe, stay rail fanning, and have a great day. And stay warm.